Hello, everybody. I'm CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Across the Red River is beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And yeah, I'm just sitting here at my keyboard and play around with it. I don't really have any instruction books or anything, but yeah, I'm gonna still keep working on my goal to get I don't know, uh, to become a keyboard player. I know that I can because I became a guitar player a few years ago without very much experience at all. And I was able to pin down some people, though. I have a lot of people uh, that have influenced me with guitar. Well, I say a lot of people. Let me see. One, two, three, four, five. About five or six different people uh, that I was able to like kind of corner and say, "Hey, show me this, or tell me this, or give me, let me draw that influence from you." So, and I look like crap today because I just got back from a gym, and that's cool. I have a good friend. You guys maybe have heard me talk about him or have seen him. Uh, you know, in my videos, just by happenstance, but. Yeah, Mike. So yeah, we don't really we go to the gym and we used to like kind of shadow each other, but we're kind of comfortable enough with it now that we kind of go off and do our own thing at the gym, and then yeah, so that's kind of cool. We did get a good hour and a half to 2 hours a couple of times a week, and that's kind of cool. So nothing major, I'm never going to be like a bodybuilder or anything like that, but I am uh, an artist. This took me a second. I had to like figure out how to assemble uh, the tripod, the easel. It was okay. It didn't come with instructions, but it was okay, easy enough to figure out how to set up. And then I couldn't figure out how to attach that tray to it, but I worked it out. And it's basically because I've assembled a few different things, and it's like I guess I'm getting some experience in how things kind of fit together. When I was a kid, uh, I couldn't put the Legos together and make them do anything. I loved this gift that I got one Christmas, Lincoln Logs. It was like a looked like a little can of Quaker oatmeal, but instead of being oatmeal inside of it, it was Lincoln Logs. I'm pretty sure it was the same damn container, but just I don't know. But Lincoln Logs, Lincoln Logs because Abraham Lincoln in the log cabin or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, and the whole idea is that you could work and build cabin shapes out of it or whatever. I don't know. I don't think I ever did anything of the sort. I think they got me these things, and I was like, "Yay, sticks!" I mean, like, and it's not that I didn't play with them and try to figure things out. I just could not engineer a log cabin. You know, I don't know. I don't know. That same year, though, we were given, and this is so funny. We were given, my sister and I, to share a an electric keyboard, electric piano that we plugged into the wall, and I have always wanted to learn how to play piano from that point on, and um, just never really. Uh, well, as I got older and I got like mentally prepared to be able to do some extracurricular type stuff outside of some choir or something like that. When we got ready to do some stuff, outside of the typical education realm, the uh, yeah, it just kind of like had to pick and choose. We didn't have a lot of money, and you know, uh, I was kind of getting my ass handed to me at school a lot. So my dad opted for, to offer me martial arts classes. And the big deal at the time was Taekwondo, South Korean style Taekwondo, through what was then called the World Taekwondo Federation. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, that's kind of cool. Basically, just to, that took up all of my time after school. There was no time for me to really learn guitar, which I had a guitar, but I just couldn't learn it. So, because I just didn't have the time for it with everything else. But during this time, yeah, this is kind of cool. We went to the um, National Junior Olympics for Taekwondo. They were in Florida that year, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Orlando. Anyway, but I remember meeting uh, this young actor, Ernie Reyes Jr., and he was a really great with karate, and uh, and Chuck Norris was there, and so like I had the choice of meeting Ernie Reyes Jr. or Chuck Norris, and so meeting Ernie Reyes Jr. was easier, and then I just, because I had to be like kind of ready to be on the floor when they call you, when they call your name at this event. Uh, you have to get there and you have to be prepared, and if you're not there, you just you're not in the competition. So I got to compete, and I did win the silver medal in my classification. um, I really think that I can say it with all sportsmanship and everything like that. Enough time has passed that I think I can say that I won the bout. I won the fight. I know I did, and uh, I connected. The more punches, more kicks. I made more connects, and yeah, I really did. I really think that here's the thing. I'm not the team of people that judge the fight or anything like that. Uh, I was going to phase out. I was going to age out of my category. I was already uh, just like 1 pound away from being out of the category as it was, and it was a kind of a very lightweight kind of category, and I was 16. So the following, yeah, I like by the time the Olympics came around, I would not have been able to participate, and it was the first time that Taekwondo was going to be in the Olympics, uh, and it was going to be in the Olympics as an exhibition sport. Like people come together and they do, and we could give our own little medals and prizes and everything like that, but it wasn't like official. That didn't happen until like, actually not too long ago. Actually, uh, I think within the last Olympics or two, the last couple of, but before then, anytime Taekwondo was featured, it was just as an exhibition sport. So. Um, I don't know. Um, but yeah, during that time, I didn't have, I didn't really get into the musical part of things. And everybody in my family, they were very musical. Now, I was a writer. I would sit around, and I still do this. As a matter of fact, I just wrote another poem the other day. But I don't like the way I sound when I read my poetry, because my inner voice that reads it, and the whole like thing, it sounds very different than my voice that I use. I don't know. I write these things from uh, from a perspective or a mood that's almost like me being a conduit. It's almost like something coming through me, and it's not even like great work. It's not going to win any awards or anything like that, but it is going to go into a collection that I'm going to end up uh, publishing at the end of this year or the early part of 2026. Um, I have a couple more events that I want to partake in and see what kind of inspiration comes to me as far as the writing, and I want to include that. You know, and I do need some more work, some painting or whatever. I don't know how I got from painting to here, but yeah, with the painting, I have a decent technique and everything. There's some behind me and uh, everything. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I do okay with that. I mean, I've sold a few pieces. I've sold more artwork than uh, I've sold more art than Van Gogh. Van Gogh only sold one piece of art while he was alive. Um, so, um, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what but a lot of people have, people who know my work closely, they kind of like look at it and they look at the composition. And I don't know what makes them. I think it's the content versus the actual like technique. But people just say that my dimensions kind of remind them a lot of Van Gogh, and I'm like, well, thanks, but I'm and I think I've looked at his work more than anybody else's, and that's probably why. But everybody knows that Starry Night, but it's that weird figure, that shadowy figure over on this side, and it kind of overlooks the town, and people are like, "What is that tower?" He painted that view uh, from the window of an asylum, and I think the tower, that big shape or whatever that we don't know what it is, I think it represents maybe the hospital, the building that he was in. That's my take on it. I don't think it's a far cry to look at that Starry Night and see the abstractness of it and say, okay, this kind of represents uh, fogginess and and it could be as something as simple as started out with the smudge and then decided to build around it, because when you are an artist and when you don't have a lot of money, you can't necessarily just scrap something because you look at the canvas and something doesn't look right or something smudges or something like that. This stuff is expensive. That's why I really just can't give away uh, paintings, and I love the fact when my paintings are hanging in someone's apartment or whatever. But I've got to charge, at least enough to recuperate the cost of some supplies or whatever, and I think that's fair. But I'm sitting here at this piano. It's a electric piano, and I have this book of piano chords. But there's basically, I'm looking at, there's only like a few, you only got like 5 digits, so there's only like a few different combinations, and then where you play the combinations up and down kind of determine uh, what the notes might be. Um, and you have to realize also that the name of a note or a chord depends upon the scale in which it is being charted, because a note or a chord the name of it literally depends upon the parameters in by which it is being named. And I don't know why. I don't know why this is a DM7, which is a DM minor 7th, but they also you can play it here. I'm seeing it charted 2 different ways. And yeah, literally. And the difference is the addition of that extra little finger there. And, so I don't know. Music is weird. Music is weird because it's not, but I think of music, especially, it's like people. People have different names depending upon the different peer groups that they're around or whatever, It's like, your buddies may have a nickname for you or something like that, whereas your family may treat you by calling you by a shorter, truncated version of your first name or a middle name or something like that, and then in business settings, it may be more of a formal where they address you by your proper name or even your last name if you're like on a sports team or just part of a squadron or something like that. You'll just get called by your last name, so that's weird. That's how I reconcile figuring out these notes. This is what I want to do is I want to learn, like I'm doing now, how to incorporate more of the black keys. And this is a C, was it? Yeah, a C sharp, suspend the 4. Now, whatever that means, I don't know. I guess I would have to look at an actual. I guess I would actually have to look at a C sharp to know what the 4th. I think what it is it means. I know, like on a guitar or something like that. I think it just you're suspending the 4th note within that chord, the 4th position, to suspend the 4th. So, and to be able to play just a C sharp, I don't know at all what. Oh, how about this? If I just turn the page back, I can see a C sharp, which is so weird. A C sharp plus, which is so weird because instead of playing up here on these with those 2 sharp keys or black keys on a piano, I would just come down here, and this is a C sharp plus, go figure, and a C sharp, suspend the 4th. I can hear the relativity. How fun. That basically, I can only take in like so much. That little bit of learning the difference, learning those 2 chords, which will probably be called something else later on. Basically. Wait, I'm already, yeah, that's fine. I was like, have I already messed up? Maybe. Try it up here. Here we go. That's going to take practice. I also have to learn how to hold my hand because I want to like, yeah, like gnarl it up or whatever. And it's like, eh. If I were working with someone who was a piano teacher or something, they could show better posturing of the hands and everything like that. What makes you uh, not want to cramp up or whatever. I don't know, but I do know it's easier to play. It's easier to play a chord using both hands, but uh, can't do that because I need this hand for playing accompany accompaniment. My God, can't even speak right, but that's okay. My uh, followers are used to me not knowing what I'm talking about and stumbling and everything with my speech. I don't know. Um, let's see. What do I want to do? Let's find some. Let's find some rhythms. That sounds fun. We got that going on. Let's see if I can incorporate what I learned. That almost sounds terrible. That doesn't almost sound terrible. It sounds very terrible. We'll try it down here. Way to slow that tempo down. That's what's up. I don't know. I don't think I like. I don't think I like this rhythm. It's like nothing but cymbals. Now for here, we'll turn the tempo up a little bit. I'm not doing anything. If you can't tell that is of any kind of level of skill whatsoever. I'm just making stuff up. Let's change the voice on this thing. What does that sound like? I don't know. God. Let's see. Maybe this will sound better with the tempo. This almost sounds like a train track, a chug-along. This is rhythm number 69. What? Here we go. I'm not really digging some of this stuff. Let's see. Why does rhythm 99 sound just like rhythm 69? Now we're going to change the voice. just do like just get some instruments or whatever, and just sit around and just kind of see what's up. I mean, do you guys ever just remember like having the opportunity to just play around? Kind of like this one. I'm gonna change the voice. It's like scribbling on paper with crayons or something. I don't know. Anyway, I do find this, if I don't ever get good or learn anything, I do find it exceptionally meditative just to make some noise. I wonder what this would sound like slowed down. This is... see. Maybe we'll work with this one. Who knows? Maybe I'll start out scribbling, and then one day I'll actually be able to, uh, put down something that looks like a musical picture. You know, we all start out scribbles. There's a book I read or came across or whatever that basically studied um, scribblers, scribbling and everything, just human scribbling. And we all start out doing the same basic shapes and experiment. It's so weird. Now, where does that come from? Does it get, do we just inadvertently start doing stuff, start scribbling, and then start seeing patterns within the scribble and then repeating it? Or like it starts out just a whatever, like just da, 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 and then maybe um, trying to fit in the line. I don't know, but throughout the scribbles, and this is just human scribbling, invariably there comes a lace, where it's basically just like just a repeated loops over and over and over again on pattern. That we just end up doing that, uh, and there has, to my knowledge, in this study that they've done. I mean, this it's always there. There are certain things that are always there. Uh, and isn't that interesting? You don't think of anything like I'm talking about, child scribbling, little baby scribbling with the Crayola or something, and it's like, wow, we all start out learning and come to some very similar conclusions when it comes to what you see, on scribbles and everything. And wow, and I'm talking about like from cultures that really don't intermingle and everything like that. And it's so funny that some of the same basic uh, shapes and scribbles will come across. So that's kind of cool. Kind of lets us know, even from the beginning, we're not nearly as different as we seem to think we are sometimes when we're grown up and we're adults. So there's your bit of philosophy for today. Um, it's almost time for me to eat. It's almost midnight, and I haven't even like prepared food. I think I'm gonna do something with flounder and then maybe some, uh, just to break it up, some leftover lamb chop from the other night or something. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, love and light, peace. Good night.